Hello, and peace to you all from God the Father. In my previous video, which was my first one back in December of 2020, um, I testified of how God the Father revealed to me who I truly am, and by renaming me. Um, Today is August 15th, 2021. Um, he recently let me know that he wanted me to make more of these. Um, and I've struggled with this because I'm not I have no interest in becoming or being a public person. And I've made a few of these and I've deleted them. But that being said, this is important. I knew that this would be part of my journey that I've accepted because he's revealed that to me. So here I am. So please just bear with me. So with this one, he wants me to focus on the relationship, my relationship with him, and Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. I've had a few encounters with Jesus, and they've been very, very powerful, um, and very interesting the way that he reveals himself to me. And actually, the very first time he revealed himself to me was back in 2018, and this was when God presented himself, God the Father. I was in my backyard, and it was a Saturday morning. I just finished making breakfast for my family. I went to the backyard with some coffee. We had some chairs back there. We had this really big slab of tile or whatnot with all these plants this butterfly garden, and about a quarter-acre yard, lots of trees, beautiful morning. And I was sitting down on one of the chairs, and I had put my coffee down, and I was sitting down, sort of leaning over, something like this, where I move my head, and I had closed my eyes. And as soon as I closed my eyes, this is where it was just mind-blowing. I closed my eyes, and I could still see everything. All the chairs that were in a circle. I was sitting on one of them, but the chairs that we had arranged in a circle. The butterfly garden to the right, the yard. I could hear the wind rustling the trees, and even with my eyes closed, I could see the trees and the leaves moving. I could see the sunlight. I could see this as clear as if my eyes were open, but they were closed, and my head was sort of down. And then I had, and this is all happening very sort of quickly. I'm noticing these things, but then suddenly on my right hand side, Jesus was sitting down. I could see his robe. I couldn't see his face, but I know it was him. I could sense him. I saw his robe. I saw his right hand. And I was in awe. I just froze. I didn't say anything. I just froze. I was just sitting there, and I was in awe. I was speechless. I didn't want to say anything. because he's sitting next to me, and then he stands up, and I'm nervous at this point. I'm excited. I'm in awe. I mean, the emotions and feelings rushing through me. It's just unexplainable. And he begins to walk toward me, and closer. And then suddenly he starts to make his way around me, like he's going to walk behind me. And the interesting thing is that it's like this beyond, I had this sort of, I could still see everything in front of me, my field of view, my peripheral, clearly, because he walked over, I saw him go around, but then I could see him. I was seeing all that, but I could see him sort of from behind. I still couldn't see his face, but I could feel his presence. There was a change in the atmosphere. And he comes around, and he comes around and he faces me, and he puts his hand on my back, and he says, "I love you." And just, I bawled. I cried and cried, and it was just, I can't explain it. I have no words. And the thing is that it didn't end there. Like, I was sitting there, and as I was crying, and I started, my eyes closed, and then when I opened them, everything was, when I opened my eyes, nothing changed, because I'm still seeing everything exactly as it is, as it's supposed to be in real time. And even though, well, the experience didn't end there, it was, how do I explain this? It was as if he entered my spirit, or I was like immersed in his spirit, not enter my. It was as if I was immersed and enveloped and swimming in his spirit, because I could feel him. I could feel his presence. And the even more interesting thing is that I could feel his robe. I could feel his robe. I could see it. I could sense it. It's as if, not as if, it was like I knew every single fiber, every little, every speck, every atom, every molecule of that robe, the color, the texture. I knew it. I could feel it. Man, it was just, it's beyond words. It's beyond comprehension. It's just, I was immersed in it. I was enveloped in it. It was amazing. This wasn't the first time he had revealed it, or he didn't. This wasn't my first encounter with him, but it was the first encounter where he was really there and living, not lifelike, living. His stature was real. The first time he presented himself to me, it was in these, and he's, it's not, well, the first time he revealed to me, the first time I encountered him, I was in the backyard, same backyard, and I was upset for some reason. I was crying, and I was calling out to him, and I was kind of looking down, weeping, and I look up and I blink, And in that blink of an eye, I saw his face sort of from a 3/4 view, and it wasn't like it wasn't like a 3D face in color or anything like that. It was almost kind of like almost like a line drawing of sorts. But he was looking up, and he had the biggest smile on his face, and I wept, of course. This it was amazing, and he I encountered him in Easter of this year, 2021, that same way, where I had woken up that morning, I had blinked twice. The first blink, he same kind of thing. I can't say what he was doing, but the second blink, he was absolutely full of joy. Full of joy. I mean, it was just the smile. It wasn't just what I could see, it was what I could feel. Like I could sense his emotions, I could sense his feelings. He was sharing that with me, and it was just, he was beaming. And I can't reveal the first one because that was something that was supposed to be just for me. And well, so aside from those kind of quick flashes where I can see his face when I in a blink, he just shows up. And I've sensed him. It's just amazing. And I've sensed the Holy Spirit early on when this whole thing started in January of 2018. I could feel the Holy Spirit, but as amazing as those encounters have been, my encounters in my relationship are with God the Father. There's this extremely there's an extremely strong and deep, intimate, really strong connection to the Father. And there was an experience I had early on, which I can't share, but it was a battle, where the other side was, I guess, trying to get a hold of me, but he shows up and he said in a very in this voice that was just, the authority was just amazing. He said, "He is mine." He claimed me, and it was amazing. And the thing is that I've seen his face, I've been in his presence a number of times, and I see him just about every day. And it's not his face. It's I don't know how to explain it. I think I might have explained it before. It's a purple light. I close my eyes, and it's purple light, and the light is this energy, and it moves. It changes it'll change forms to give me these visual messages. Like, for example, it'll be this amazing like purple light, and then suddenly it'll turn to a butterfly, uh, or some other animal, and each of these things has a meaning. Um, and he shares his mind with me. He's revealed he's revealed countless secrets to me, all sorts of secrets and things behind the veil. And I've been through many doors, but he's revealed so many things to me, and it was that that I would, when he would reveal these things to me, that I was just so in awe of what he was showing me, and just so focused on what he was showing me, and so in awe, and just that I wanted more. It's like I didn't really, most of the time I didn't take the time to sit there and really just revel in his truth and these secrets that he's revealing to me. Instead, it was just like my appetite was just for him and his wisdom, and to know about him, were just voracious. It was just an insatiable. It's like, all right, he'd give me something, I was mind blown, and then I'd ask him questions about it, and then he'd answer, or he'd give me something else. And it's amazing how there's this, I think the word is matrix. I don't like to use the word web, because it's this thing with all these points that are sort of represent like wisdom or information or what have you. And it's amazing how everything's connected. And his signature is on everything, all of creation. And how it's amazing how he takes things, an idea, and he creates patterns, or he reuses things over and over again. He doesn't just, it's not like a, it's hard to put words to all this. Anyways, I've gone much longer than I was expecting to. This is supposed to be a quick, like 5-minute video, but it's hard for me to do something like that. Anyways, so it's, my day-to-day is with him. He's always guiding me. He's always talking to me. I try to listen as much as possible. I'm obsessed with him, and I try to stay connected to him as much as possible. But I have a family to tend to, and all these things that come from all sorts of different. I'm being pulled in all sorts of different directions at times, and so I have to tend to these things. But then I always come back to him, or even as I'm doing it, I try to be aware if I'm think of him and bring him into everything. It's like, what do you think I should do here? What do you think I should do there? Whether I'm enjoying an experience and it's awesome, I want him there and enjoying it with me. I want him feeling what I'm feeling, or whether I'm struggling with something and I'm asking him for help, whether I'm asking for ideas. And the thing is, he shares all sorts of ideas with me, and honestly, most of them I don't even know what the heck they are, what they mean. I can't even explain or comprehend them, but he shares them with me anyways. And I absolutely love that. I love that. I used to get frustrated because I wanted to know, and I would ask him, what is this? What is this thing? What are you showing me this? What is this? All these shapes and moving things and parts and stuff like that. And he finally let me know that he's sharing these things with me, and some of them are just ideas that he has that maybe he hasn't really done anything with them. They're just these ideas. And it's like, it's amazing. It's wonderful. It's anyways, so what's it like? Well, there's it's definitely interesting. I can tell you that much. Let's say if I'm in the mood for a specific song, and I turn it on, and this song may not be exactly the best song, may not be a very godly song, but I'm listening to it anyways because I'm in the mood for it. And I can feel him just sort of, I guess, pressing into my spirit. Or it's, I don't know how else to explain it. I can feel this sort of pressure, like inside out, where he's letting me know. I was like, all right, I don't like this song, and you shouldn't be listening to this song. And I'm like, but I kind of like it. I'm in the mood for it. Every second the song goes on, he just kind of keeps pressing and pressing like that pressure. The pressure increases and increases and increases, and it's a pressure that's like just no, this isn't good. This isn't good. This needs to stop. And it's like, yeah, but it's a good groove. It's this and that, and I'm sitting here debating with the God of the universe, and he's telling me that I shouldn't do something, and that's how we are, right? And suddenly, that mood that I was in to listen to that song, he'll just take it away. If I haven't done it, if I haven't changed it on my own, he'll just take it away. Like suddenly, I'm no longer in the mood for it. Some people might see this as disturbing, irritating, annoying. I'm good with it, actually. He's looking out for me, so I'm not gonna hate that. But there's all sorts of little things that the day-to-day mundane things, which normally could be mundane, he might give me ideas on how to do chores better, or how to do some little thing better. If I'm working on something on the house, or working on something creative or anything like that, he'll give me ideas on how to do it better, and it's amazing. But this is just sort of just a little taste of what it's like to live with him, and to live day to day with him. And when you're this close and this intimate, and he reveals all sorts of things to you, and it took me some time to learn that not everything he's revealed, that I can't go out and share it. I did, and people started thinking that I was crazy, and or either that, or went right over their heads, and they had no idea what I was talking about. So it took me some time to learn. I was like, all right, some of these things are meant for me and me only. Some of these things are supposed to be revealed later on, and it is not time for them to be revealed. So for now, I'll just keep them to myself. And I really, truly learned the meaning of do not throw pearls to swine. Anyways, so there you go. If you have any questions about my relationship with him or anything like that, put it in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. And I'm going to be making more of these, and this time I'll not delete or spend, not be so critical of myself, I guess. Okay, so God bless you all. Peace to you in your house from God the Father.